I'm Regis O'Keefe. I'm a chair of Orthopaedics at the University of Rochester and the Associate Dean of Clinical Affairs at the University of Rochester. Being a mentor is one of the great privileges that you have as a scientist. When the exciting things that occur are discovery and working in teams to discover new ideas, new ways of understanding scientific concepts, potential new treatments. And I think as a mentor, I've probably received more from my protégés than I've given, in a sense that many times they're not initiated into science. They don't have all the background that I have, and so they can come at this in a very fresh way. And it's exciting to work with people that have the energy and a new vision about the approaches. I think the other thing it's clear is that they're the future. And you know, as you start out as a scientist, it's very exciting to write your first paper. And you write more papers, and then you realize that that has a large impact, but probably the biggest impact you have is the way that you can shape programs or work with people that are going to multiply what you do and take what you have thought about or done to much further levels. So it's, I think that being a mentor has been one of the really exciting things about science and being a scientist. One of the challenges with getting successful as a scientist is you don't get a chance to hands-on do the experiments anymore. So virtually all the work that I've done has been in collaboration with students, in partnership with students. And I think that's one of the keys that as I've gone on, I've found is the mentoring relationship really is a partnership, and that you really want to enable the people around you to work as effectively as possible. So, and that creates the best science. I've had, specifically in the CTSI program, I've had the opportunity to work with 4 individuals, 3 people who are at the medical school level who took a year out from school, and a young scientist, Roman Elisiv, who is initiating his career and hopefully moving towards being an independent scientist at the University of Rochester. When I got into science, my first mentor was very important for me, and it's interesting in retrospect. I've read that and heard at meetings that first experience in research is a key experience. I was very naive. I went to Yale University and was a philosophy and religious studies major, and really took the minimum science requirements to go to medical school. So when I was at Harvard Medical School, the world of science really opened up to me in amazing ways, and I saw the value in the science and also the benefits that I would have personally from taking care of so many patients with diseases. And I had this idea that I may never write a paper, and it was very important for me at that time to do something to contribute to the field of medicine that was so important for the types of things I was doing, the things I was already beginning to see. And so I worked with a cardiovascular physiologist, John Powell, who was at the Massachusetts General Hospital. He was a clinician scientist. He was in the Department of Cardiology. I think one of the things that was most distinctive about that experience was I started out, and it was my first time in the lab, and I had my own project, and I really had ownership of that project, and that enabled me to that feeling of ownership and the ability that what I was doing was very important and was actually adding new information. That's the thing that really got me excited. And from there on, I think it was just a matter of the science changed, the approach changed a little bit, and I became more mature in my approach. But the basic fundamental thing about the excitement of it and having something that you're trying to create that's new and different is what's been so attractive to me. And that was part of the first experience I had. And so as I have students, I think that's one of the key things I try to make sure that they feel an ownership of a project and the discovery that's involved with the project. I think there's no question about it. You know, you always are learning, and you always have mentors. And I continue to have mentors in my professional career. I think one of the key aspects of the CTSI program is it not only helps individuals, but it creates a culture of mentoring. Mentoring is a little bit about caring about another individual and making sure that they can be successful in their goals. And mentors and proteges in a good relationship, they align their goals. And they really enable one another. And that culture of collaboration, I think, through something like the CTSI, can reach across the institution, and it's actually bigger than the individual mentoring program. It creates kind of a style of work that carries over into other people in the laboratory, other people in these research centers and departments. And so I think it's been important for me personally. I think it's been important for the Center for Musculoskeletal Research and the way we approach research and trainees, and from an institutional perspective, I think it's a key element.